Right. Normal tank.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember New Marais. Came here 4 years ago while learning
Yeah!
on. After
Yeah, I remember
the
New
village were
Marais.
abandoned, it was a
Yeah!
haven for urban exploration. Hell, even Zeke manned up and gave it a try. Oh, it
And
was
now we're actually
great.
getting a little bit of
See, in
backstory
any
as to
other
how,
city you
as
start
to why
climb,
Cole
you
is
got
actually
maybe
good
10
at
minutes
all the
before
climbing and
cops
parkour
show up.
systems.
But here, well,
Yeah.
police had their hands
Interesting,
full.
interesting,
Place was long.
unnecessary
It
but
was
interesting
raunchy, and except for the
background to his
hangovers, it was
parkour stuff.
goddamn
Because in
Yeah,
the first game it
essentially.
was just kind of like, I climbed a lot. But I thought the first game was because he was considered like a carrier, or a courier.
In the
before.
first game, he was a bike
looking for
courier.
deviants to punish.
He was delivering
Yeah,
things.
so
I
it's
guess he
like-
just did the climbing thing on the side or something like that.
Ready to explode.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Well, it makes sense to be a bike courier and still be that way. But yeah, it's cool that they added a little bit of, like,
These pricks,
importance to the city instead of just random we're going to a new city
keep
thing.
their town pure.
Yeah.
I say bring it.
These pricks. I think bring it. Cole is kind of a dude, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I like Infamous, and I like Cole somewhat, but he is kind of a dude, bro.
Action?
Yeah.
She's gonna be on guard after that stunt you pulled in the swamp.
I know I'd be pissed.
Why didn't you blow up those oil tanks in that camp? Would have made getting through a lot easier.
Hey, I'm about to start torturing families just to make my life a little easier.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear. You made the right choice.
Other people would
But at
disagree.
first, You acted
Yeah.
like a professional.
And they would be
Especially
wrong. but still.
nowadays.
Oof.
Hey, Dr. Wolfe, I'm
Brutal.
back in town. I have McGrath.
Good, very good. Unfortunately, I have a bit of bad news.
What? Are you all right?
Yes, but the militia searched my lab this morning and discovered the blast core I'd been hiding.
Okay, stay in your lab. We'll
Oh yeah,
swing
also
by
I
the
forgot
West
to
Lookout and
mention
see if we can
earlier,
get that.
Cole actually is already in his new outfit for this game. It's basically the same pants and shoes as before, but he has a new shirt.
Yeah. Which I kind of appreciate because I'm not. Yeah.
Hit him with the grenade!
Just same old Cole, just dancing on the fucking power lines no matter where he goes. This is why the power keeps going out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's just a shirt. And I like it. I didn't like the jacket very much, which is weird because I am a leather jacket guy, but I don't know, it just looks more like a ugly yellow biker jacket, you know, like Chuck from Dead Rising 2 wears.
Let's move.
I very rusty.
Cole, over here!
Yeah, no, you're definitely really rusty, but it's okay. You were put on the spot, and you'll have more of a chance to practice as soon as we get the LP rolling, so I'm sure, so.
Nice. The West Lookout's just up ahead.
Yeah.
Did you say it's to the west?
Well, you know, it's actually funny that you say I was put on the spot and all that, but I actually had to dig through all my wires before we started recording just to figure out why my PS3 wasn't going through to my TV, and it turns out it wasn't plugged in.
Yeah, good job, dude. always just the one little thing you don't look for or something that gets you.
Yeah.
Listen, Wolfe,
And
I'm on my way.
it's so annoying when it gets to me.
You're on your own. The black cord blows.
Yeah, it is.
Cannot miss
So Dr. Wolfe is back.
Go help me.
I don't remember if there was anything significant said about him in the first game though.
No, he is actually a new character to the second game.
I thought he was. I thought he was in the. Oh, I'm thinking of someone else. I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're thinking of someone else later on.
Yeah. Sorry. Dr. Wolfe is a new character. I thought Dr. Wolfe was a character from the first game, but no, I'm confusing it with someone else. My bad.
Yeah. Alright, where is it? I'm just gonna sit behind cover and recharge.
Usually a good idea in these third-person action games.
Yeah, because you can do that. And usually when you can do that, it's a good idea to do that.
Right. Usually, yeah, I agree.
Somebody! Help!
I know Wolf's in trouble, but you got time for this, right?
I
You
could
have time
do
for this,
that.
right? Maybe. What's it worth it? What's it to ya?
Nice work.
I did it. I didn't even have to leave the roof.
I did, I did it.
I did it.
Whoa, Wolf. Pretty sure
Also,
I found
this is
Still at the
a
lab?
blast core. This is essentially one of the new MacGuffins of of Infamous 2 compared to the first one, because Infamous 1 only had the blast shards, which are going to be explained at some point soon enough here. But first, we kind of gotta rescue our new Doctor.
I mean,
On my way.
well, it's also not even like we don't even need to be like, oh, spoil, like the blast shards are what would increase your chart. One of the things that would increase your charges in the first game is if you got all the blast shards. Think of like Legend of Zelda heart pieces and stuff. You know how it goes.
Yeah, except not for health, rather for energy.
Yeah, which technically is kind of a health thing because your health is based on absorbing energy.
Considering
and,
how Cole's health works, that is a good point.
Yeah, so the more health bubs you get, the more you are able, the longer you can spend healing yourself and expending your healing. So, yeah, it does kind of go hand in hand in a weird way. It's just a way you would not think of because of the way it does work.
I just took a rocket to the face because I saw red.
Yep, that would kill. I mean, not surprised you're dead.
Yeah, that would kill somebody. I'm just surprised there's still a body left.
Yeah. And that's when we discovered that Legon was a serial killer the whole time.
Well, I mean, there's also the fact that it's a rocket.
Rocket! Not that rocket, you idiot.
Man, the physics just feel so much better than the first game. Like, it still has a bit
Yeah,
that
it looks
feel, but
way
it's
less
still-
stiff.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah, it just feels so much better.
Yeah. Which is weird because it is a late PS3. I'm pretty sure this came out like, what, 2011, 2012? So it's a late PS3 game, I'm pretty sure. It's just,
Yeah,
it's a lot less stiff.
It is a late PS3 game, so they did have a lot of time to learn the hardware and how to work around it and all that.
My God.
Yeah. And what's going to make the game not run like shit and feel like shit, for the most
The
part.
man who gave you your powers.
I know who Kessler is.
At the beginning, we were friends.
So the twist is that Kessler was a alternate timeline Cole, right?
So then you know I failed.
Yeah, he was essentially Cole from the
Entire city's
future.
Yes, and it won't stop it. Unless you
Basically
expand
say,
your
hey,
abilities.
give up being selfish and stupid and save the world.
Another race fear.
No,
How do you
Hey,
do
quit
that?
being
By
a
destroying
little
everything
shit.
around him.
Become a big shit.
I call it the RFI. Think of it as an anti-race fear.
So instead of giving powers, it takes them away.
Precisely. With that device, you can combat the beast. Subtract his abilities.
Also,
So-
if this were the first game, my controller would be vibrating just from the sound effect coming from that.
How about this?
Right.
Ah, blast cores. They power the RFI.
That's an interesting fact.
Batteries
Excuse
with the
me.
same energy that fuels all
I'm gonna be
genetic
yawning a
mutation.
few times. That's an interesting fact is
And its
that
energy will
the
release
Beast is
into the
technically
nearest
powered because
conduit.
Cole's powered. Cole's not the only gifted person in the universe, obviously. So
Oh, yes, and that's just the first.
conduits are basically
Together we
who
will
the
defeat
special.
beast.
It's
Oh,
the
enough of the
infamous
pep
term
talk.
for the special people,
The people
like
with superpowers.
ninjas or. Yeah, they're the people with superpowers. So Cole is a conduit. The Beast is also a conduit. So whatever you do, you could use that machine to revert it back to whatever he or she was before they became the Beast.
Yeah.
Is that gonna happen? Logic says no.
Yeah, and writing just says probably not. Absorb the
Yeah,
energy of
probably
6
not.
more blast cores to be able to use the RFI in order to defeat the Beast, who has traveled 300 miles while we were doing those 2 missions.
Run, bitches!
Yeah, that's right. Run from us, bitches. We're so scary.
Oh, you guys away. Quo's still off chasing the fellas with Wolfe. So, what happened? That old guy slip you a roofie?
No. No, I actually think I might have a new power.
Really?
I mean, I am pretty attractive, you know.
Strut your stuff, Peacock.
So, not only are the blast cores are not only a thing for they aren't only a thing for plot progression, they are also a thing that you can use. They're basically the way this game handles getting upgrades
that worked.
for new abilities. And I like it.
New missions, yeah.
Heads up, brother.
I
Just
gotcha.
spotted some cops poking
I like it too.
With all the ruckus you've been causing, they might be looking for you.
Also, I do like one of the things I do like about Infamous 2 is that Zeke is a lot more active in your party.
Yeah,
in your
he is
game.
definitely a lot more vocal, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's like he's gone through a confidence boost since the first game, and when he did something really fucking stupid, like taking the rapier spear for himself. Dickhead. Anyway.
And based on
I'm
your
not a
performance,
big. I don't know how. What?
Oh, okay. Put me in hard difficulty.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
This is another thing I don't like about Infamous is that it will put you in. It'll have easy shifting. And see, the weird thing is, I like this in something like Resident Evil 4 because it doesn't feel bullshit, but like the game will put you in hard mode, and this game is already kind of still. Like,
Yeah, of course, there is
thing.
also the fact with Infamous 2 that you can change it back to if you really desire. I'm just going to stick with hard mode because I feel like it.
Yeah, you can always change it back anytime, but I just don't like the flow unless it's something like Resident Evil 4, which the game is designed around doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So the next story mission that we have is going to the remains of the lab and basically finding out whatever we can about what was left. So now we get the exploration, which is where the actual the system of the game itself of exploring really shines, and it's still really good. Though the fastest method of travel in here is still going to be on these power rails, or like on the ground rails essentially, which are still fun, and they are just much better than they were in the first game, because yeah, they were there too. You're welcome, random citizen.
Yeah. Everybody gets one.
So yeah,
Excuse me. The grind rails are better in this game because there's not just a set train tracks around the entire city going through them all. You don't have to like wait minutes on end just to get an exit.
yeah. Along with the fact that the physics to control it are just much better than before.
Right. Well, because the game is just physically better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not wrong.
Glad we agree on Lego. Yeah. No, you really hit the nail on the head there, buddy. You get it.
You got it. Game good.
Game good. We play good. We play game.
Game good.
I almost said game good. We play good.
Oh, that dying actually got me closer to the mission than I was before. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, so one thing that I'm just going to go ahead and mention now is that if we ever decide to do any cutting, like to trim down parts and stuff like that, it's going to be during the exploration sections when we're going between mission to mission.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, this is already a better game. This is a better game than the first one, but there's still like a big open world, and there's still going to be a moment where it's like, yeah, the mission ended in here, and then the new mission is all the way on the other side of the map.
Yeah, and
I don't think there's fast travel in this game.
So
Or
yeah,
these
there is no
games.
fast travel in this game.
Which is a little weird because like they're bigger but I guess Sector Points really just want to show off their look how special our physics are and our game is by making you walk through cityscape.
Yeah. So now we have, now we're just going to be going through a couple more story missions that are essentially only here to unlock things to do in the open world.
Hey, man, you climbed all the way up there. Might as well come down.
And one of them is the carrier pigeons that function the same as the dead drops from the first game, where you had to find those on satellites scattered throughout the city. Instead, these are on birds.
Right.
Agent Quo,
And there's
I
29
feel
of
quite
these.
confident that only you will be able to decode these messages, and that they'll prove to be invaluable evidence in your case against the First Sons. The world needs to learn about what's happened. Efforts must begin immediately to repair the damage done by the Ray Sphere. Damage for which I am ultimately to blame. Share these recordings with your contact in Empire City. Time is short.
It's a good start. I saw a whole flock of those birds escape from Wolfe's lab after it blew.
All right, I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah. Oh, while you're at it, I spotted some Rayasite fragments near the tower.
Ray, what?
You know, the chunks of Earth irradiated during
Yeah.
Ray Sphere testing?
Yeah. So
Wolfe seemed to think
the
that you
fragments
were
are basically fragments that
Right.
were
The
off
fragments
the,
are the blast shards from the first
blast
one.
shards.
Blast shards.
Yeah.
What the heck
Also, you
just
had every
happened?
chance to say something there while I was focusing on the
Absorbs
lines
their
of dialogue.
energy.
You scared,
Blast
shy,
shards.
anxious man.
More power.
Well,
Hey,
those things
I
could be
can't
anywhere.
help it.
Wolf's collection
No.
went sky high when the lab blew.
It's all right. I'll
Yeah.
find him.
Meh.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
In that
No. So
recording,
blast shards are
Wolfe mentioned
back.
you had a contact
Thankfully,
up
I
in
think the
Empire
guide
City.
is better to
He
showing you
knew
where they're
him.
at in this game too.
Actually, his name was John White.
Actually,
No
it's
way.
not. It's
The
to the
NSA had a vague
point
idea of
where
what
you don't
condoms
even
were.
need
They
a
scanned
guide for
every
it.
single
It's
field agent,
just
both
done
drives.
so much better because let me go into abilities here. It's not that one. It's oh, it doesn't even show me what it is
No, I had
because
to
I don't think we've unlocked side missions yet.
choices to infiltrate the First Son, so
But
he was
once
assigned to Empire
side missions
City,
are
and I
unlocked,
got
it's
New Marais.
going to
We worked together to make
allow
sure
us
covered.
to
What did
basically,
John tell you about me?
once we complete every
After the
side mission in the
blast, his
game,
reports got a
it
little
will give
sketchy,
you
know?
an
Got
ability
hard
that
to
lets you
believe.
see blast
Of course,
shards
now that
from
I've seen you and the
everywhere in
beast.
the map.
Yeah.
No matter how far away you
Stay
are, it will
turf and
show up
strange.
on the minimap and you can go wherever it is and collect it. Which is fantastic. So much better than the first game.
It's
Because
much,
that
much,
one, it was
much,
a literal
much
Easter egg hunt.
quality. Yeah, and
Hey,
what a better
remember back when we came here the first
yeah.
time? And I got
what a
involved
better
with,
what's the word I'm looking for? I'm
some
sorry.
unsavory
What a better
characters.
improvement,
Yeah,
quality
yeah,
of life.
with
That's what I was looking
penicillin,
for.
it all
Quality of
cleared up.
life.
Well, now it's your turn. A couple of them still have a number. They're looking for some help from the Electric Man.
Oh, God.
I guess you're famous, pal. Even in the ass end of the South.
The
A
electric.
fitting reaction.
Yeah. Oh, fitting reaction to most things he says.
Yeah, that too. It's also just like, why did that? Why did they have to choose that as my fame name? So let's see on the map where this is. That is a very far ways away. So yeah, we're probably gonna cut in moments like now.
Yeah.
Unless something interesting happens. So yeah, cut.
Cut.